Hello, Cosmic Turtle here, and today I'm going to be doing a Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice Xbox One X gameplay video and first impressions. So this might lead to a playthrough in the future. It won't be for the moment though, because I've been told that this game is best played with headphones, and at the moment I'm currently not able to do that. My headphones, I don't find them very comfy on my ears, on my right ear in fact, if I keep them on for too long, and also they're starting to break down on me now. The only thing which work, well, I've lost the use of my left head, like the actual earphone on the left side, so I can't like experience this game how it should be, but I've wanted to do this because I've wanted to play this game for a while now. And to start off with, this game has Xbox One X Enhanced, 4K Ultra HD and HDR, so it gets all the boosts that the Xbox can provide. And if we go to options here, we have the Xbox One X graphics mode, which I just thought I'd have a quick check in the settings. I didn't know if there would be one here, but we got enriched visuals, high frame rate and high resolution. So obviously the frame rate will make the game look more smooth in its animations and stuff. The resolution, I guess, I don't know, would make things look more crisp, perhaps. But then there's the enriched visuals. That's why I got confused between these two, because I'm not like a very big tech buff, or like I'm not very good with this sort of stuff. I don't look into it enough. I'm probably going to in the near future, just so I can have a better idea. But enriched visuals just makes it sound like the game is going to be so much more beautiful. And I've heard great things about this game to start off with anyway. So yeah, so we'll just start up a new game here, and as it's loading I will tell you about what the actual boosts do. So I'm on the Xbox website here, which tells you like what games have which buffs and what have you. So when you play on the Xbox, so it says amazing detail. Wherever an Xbox enhanced game is set in the real world or an imaginary like Middle Earth, the stunning level of detail allows you to lose yourself in a more immersive gaming experience. When you invest in premier new technology, you deserve high performance. Games that are Xbox One X enhanced perform better, may have faster load times, and can have higher resolution. Sudden change in frame rate can be jarring, take you out of the game experience. Xbox One X enhanced games can use the full power of the Xbox One X to be able to run at higher or steadier frame rates.
Nice and
all good stuff.
Speak without alerting the others.
Oh, no, we haven't got subtitles. So my talking there would have interfered with what you could hear, so I apologise, but we have corrected that now. And then let's have a look. So the 4K means that you get 4K image resolution. The number of pixels is obviously it's 4K pixels. I think it's for like, I'm not sure where, like if it means in it's not, obviously it's not in total. I think there's more pixels per certain amount of screen, basically. Even I don't know. Game described as being 4K offers a resolution of 3,840 pixels by 2,160 lines. So what? It's 2,160 sets of 3,840 pixels. Which, if that's what it means, that's a lot of pixels. And offers substantially higher resolution than 1080p. We'll be here. High dynamic range means the darkest darks and the lightest lights will be darker and lighter than other games, so things can look infinitely darker or so much more bright. And then also the contrast between colours can be stronger as well and better.
Some are old.
And then the Xbox One X enhanced part can give you graphical enhancements, additional visual effects. So is that like obviously graphic enhancements just means the game will look better visually. Additional visual effects, I suppose, possibly could affect things like fire and lightning and that sort of stuff in the game. Or maybe that's both, can do both. Higher frame rates and higher resolution. So if something is Xbox One X enhanced, does not automatically mean it'll have the 4K boost as well. It probably needs to have the two to have the 4K and the One X enhancements. So I'll probably start putting a link to this website in the description of my videos, because I feel like I don't give it like a great deal of justice in explaining what it is. So I'll put a description, the link, so you can check out this website if you want, or you can just Google Xbox One X Enhanced. It's quite easy to find. So I don't really know a great deal about this game. All I know is that it's received very well. So much so that Microsoft went and bought the studio that made the game. So, you know, if that's not a vote of confidence for the game, nothing is.
The drowned, the sick.
And I know the game focuses a lot on like mental health, like depression and anxiety and that sort of stuff, where the main character, like, this is her voice in her head, and she has conflicting thoughts that can affect her, like her actions, I believe, or something like that. It's a very interesting concept. So I really want to like play through the game, but I might I'll probably just do this video now, and then once I've sorted out new headphones, or maybe once I've completed a couple of my other playthroughs, then I'll start, like, continue the playthrough for this game.
You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it? What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be?
Afraid of what?
You'd
Well,
think she would get used to it.
I say afraid of what?
So
There's
many years.
corpses everywhere, all being stabbed by these wooden stakes.
Darkness. It just builds onto itself.
Speaking of which, I don't even know what kind of game this is. I'm not sure if it's like an action-adventure game, or like a horror game, or a survival game.
Ignore it. Turn away.
I have no idea. This David
It's always there,
Garcia has
just
popped up a
outside.
lot, as far as I
Where
can
you're most
remember.
vulnerable.
I'm sure I've seen that name at least one other time.
It's like it knows that just
This guy's worked his ass off for this game, by the looks of it.
is all you need to see its suffocating power.
There's even more corpses. I'm like, there's tons of them. So supposedly she goes to hell or something. She's like trying to get her loved one's soul back, I guess.
They can feel you. You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own.
So yeah, if you enjoy what you see here, please leave a
It's a
like
bravery
and
to
subscribe
drive
to the channel. I try to upload at least 2 videos
Bravery
per
only
weekday,
means something to those
and
afraid
on
of
the
death.
occasion I will also record on the weekend, so I tend to have quite a
It's
nice
far.
amount of content come out
Far deeper.
on the weekly basis, so there's bound to be some stuff you'll enjoy. And that's only my gameplay videos. If I can do other sorts of things like model reviews or pack openings or a loot crate video or something, they are in addition to my 2 per weekday. Well, she was sailing on a log, not even a little boat, an actual log by the looks of it. Come on then, Senua. I assume your name is Senua. This Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice.
What
So.
is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no
That's
going
weird.
back.
Okay, well, it's kind of a boat.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to.
I wonder if you ever hear her talk using her own voice, not
Maybe you
the
too have a part to play in this
like the
story.
voices in her head. Right, I believe we're actually in gameplay now, so give me a second. Right, here we go. We can't press any buttons. Oh, what's it?
Why isn't she focusing? She needs to focus now.
She needs to use her eyes.
Do not forget my stories, Senua,
That's weird.
because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning
So I didn't
of a
notice a button
corpse will
prompt,
take
but you have to
straight
press
to
RT
hell's
to zoom
gate.
in and use your eyes,
But gods and the
as
living
the voice said.
will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9
Alright,
nights
alright.
of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The
Gold,
path
you
to
say?
Helheim goes from there, across
Helheim,
the river
oh,
of
okay.
knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
So this is all mythology. That's cool. Obviously it weren't going to be a realistic game, but you know, it could have been like its own custom world. Kind of like Middle-earth, but Middle-earth has become so popular that it's kind of stretched into the realm of mythology now. Give it a couple of years, I say like about 10, 20 years, and people will be making their own stories about like Middle-earth, I reckon. Because obviously at some point there had to be a definitive like The Adventures of Thor or some nonsense, you know, like where these characters were first created and then people like interpret it in their own way, and
Like a pack of wolves on a hunt.
or like Alice in Wonderland, you know, that was initially one man or one woman's book that they writ, and now there's been like lots of different versions. Disney has a version, there's the live action Tim Burton movies, you know. That's not how I got from this game's world to Alice in Wonderland. There doesn't appear to be a run. Oh, there is a run. Oh, sweet. Thank God for that. Could have been going. This game looks hauntingly beautiful.
The land of mist and fog. The old fool was right.
The land of mist and fog.
What was it he said?
My kind of land, I guess.
The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
What is in that bag? That is definitely the shape of a head. And I was breathing.
I hear you.
He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness
See,
is in
when they did this
Helheim.
in God of War and had Kratos carrying that head around, it didn't feel creepy. The fact that she's carrying like a dead head in a bag around
I do
feels
believe-
creepy.
Dillian.
Okay.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she tell me? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
He's dead. But his soul is in Helheim. His soul is
The
still
bridge to
in
Helheim.
Where are we? She needs to see.
I forget its name.
She wants her soul to be
She forgets too.
to rest.
But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget.
Alright, so we gotta go over here.
The old
These
fool's
voices whispering, I can see why people say this game needs to be played with
Let's see,
headphones.
shall we?
I can imagine that's like, it'll be almost haunting with headphones on. Oh, we got another one of these things.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell
That's
in
our world.
Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants
Yes, yes.
dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness.
Darkness.
Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
Oh, isn't that good? To the land of the dead.
Climb. She needs to
How do we climb?
climb.
Hey,
What's
hey.
up there?
There's no button prompts in this game, which is quite odd.
That's it. That's the way. You don't know where you're going.
She has a sword, but so far there's been no hint of combat. Like in the slightest.
Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Oh, what is this? Oh. We are not in control. Alright, this is like a cutscene.
Dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait.
What the hell's this?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next.
This guy is. This game is very
Hell, if
strange, but I like it so far.
with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Use your eyes. She needs to look closer.
I'm supposed to press buttons, I have no idea. The game's not. There we go, that's perfectly in place. Am I supposed to find a different one or what? Am I too close? Not close enough? Too close. Too far away.
You'll never find her. The secret isn't it?
Oh, I can still walk while in this.
It's just you'll never find her. There's a pattern C.
I have no idea what I'm trying to find. Hey, I did that multiple times.
Stop. You'll find it.
Seems like you're never gonna find it.
Give up now. This is the secret.
I get it. It's
towards the gate. And the gate will open.
That's weird.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
It worked.
Alright.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid the heavy price. Carry my stories.
The actual, like, the
Together
rain
we will
and the
meet
water
the
in this game
Northmen,
is
feel
just
our
amazing.
fury.
It really is a phenomenal, like, looking game. The graphics are absolutely gorgeous, but in a haunting sort of way. It's not a game which is supposed to be beautiful in the traditional sense, I believe. This is supposed to be like Dark Souls, a dark but haunting and beautiful looking world.
We are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay.
Steady now. This does not
But
look
you know
stable
that
in the
death
slightest.
is near, waiting for you to make that little slip.
Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall.
You can't just wish things away.
Okay, we made it. We're gonna have one of these.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
I see. That's interesting. Are there collectibles in this game? I wonder. Are those the collectibles? Let's drop down here. Because so far this game just feels kind of like an experience. It's not so much a game as it is like experiencing a story. What's this? 90 games ago? The fight begins? Jesus, that's a lot of games ago for something so simple.
To Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of
It's like one of those
Hela?
walking simulators, but there's a lot more story to it and a lot more substance, which is really nice.
Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
I think this will be my first bit of combat. If it is it a... Alright, interact, run, focus, move. Oh yeah, there are combat controls. It says melee, fast strike, heavy strike, block with RB. Alright. Shows her face on the front a lot, like giving you facial expressions, a lot more than most games do, I feel.
You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Are they trying to make it seem like the player killed Dylan here? Because it's like she's talking directly to me. Or to you. From your perspective. Oh great, what the hell is happening to my hand? Is that like a disease spreading across my hand, or is that blood? Well, whatever it is, she's pulled Sorting Girl's hand. Shit, it's the fucking Taurus demon. Aha! Die! Oh, look at that! Either of the two. What am I supposed to do? Wait a minute, there's a third one on the left. Have I died? Okay, that's really quite disturbing. I think I died. I don't think I died.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason.
Oh.
It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her.
What are you doing, you weirdo? Don't it she?
All of her suffering will have been for nothing.
Looks grim enough to start out with. Don't start itching that damn thing.
It's just a matter of time.
The dark rot will grow each time you fail. Oh, great. If the rod reaches Senua's head, her quest is over. And all progress will... You what? So I can only die a certain amount of times in this game before game over? Well, I'll be. And it's a permadeath system by the looks of it.
In the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow.
That is quite an interesting little conundrum they got going on there. And an interesting game system and game mechanic to have. You've been like infected with some sort of, well, they call it a rot. With a disease or a plague or something.
The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravn. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Sure. Because it's that simple to kill two gods.
Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods.
Two gates.
Which will she choose first?
One of them will kill her, I know.
Short, the fire giant has answered.
She challenge first.
He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground.
Great. I chose the fire one first. But that was a yellow symbol, not red. The other one was red.
And spill his blood.
Alright, so
She
the game
found the
isn't
wretched
completely
old fool
linear,
on
so
her
we
way back from
there
the
are some
wilds.
slight deviating
An outcast.
or
Sparking
deviations
hope
to
on
be
her.
had.
She took pity on him. He was not long for this world. Like her, we spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming,
Muspel.
burning. Sparks that
Muspelheim.
flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire
You're
giants.
breathing.
And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Yes, I think it's her breathing. Yeah, it's her breathing. Right, so that was a little optional bit of story that we could experience there. So the game is very much linear then, by the looks of it. Linear in nature and design. The controller just vibrated for some reason. Oh,
Senua.
what is this?
We each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons. Some of us further
Like
than
Zero
others.
Dawns.
Your father cannot see what you see. But there is
That
nothing
is a
wrong
very
with seeing the
unpleasant
world the
effect
way
to
you
look
do.
at. Okay. What we got over here? See, it's gonna be difficult to explore and like look at optional stuff without knowing which way is the correct way to go. Since this game doesn't have a map. Or at least I haven't looked for one, so it might have one. There's a gate there, or a door, whatever you want to look at it. So I assume that's the correct way. So let's have a little look over here, see if we can find anything. Oh, we found a little path up here. A lot of corpses. There's areas leading to nothing, which I kind of don't like. Like, the game has tons of personality, and the world looks interesting, and I want to explore it. But there's very little reason to. Unless I'm completely missing something, I could be. Yeah, I was pressing the wrong button to block just now, that's why he hit me like 2 times.
Finish this! End it now!
I intend to. Die! Say finish it like I'm doing something wrong, and like I'm supposed to do something to finish it. Oh, okay. So we just need to hit him a lot and he'll eventually stop appearing.
I can still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too,
Alright.
Yes.
So now I'm supposed to explore.
And I still hear them now.
You can hear the rooms. Slow the screams towards the rooms. The rooms are important.
Okay, so we gotta find something which looks like a Y.
Screams will help you.
Wait a minute. Is there one of those with a line? With like a
Are they screaming? You can hear the rooms. Rooms. Find the rooms. The rooms.
Well, that's the talk where you can hear the runes. Ah.
The path to Helheim
So we can
is
go-
sealed to the living. But you already walk amongst the dead.
Well,
Look
good for me,
towards the
innit?
gate, and you will see that it has opened.
Right, what we got in here then?
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of? I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Looks like another little arena by here. Get out of here! Ha! Heavy attack. Oh crap, there's a set.
You're close.
Hey, I pressed block!
She's hurt.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, that's moved up my arm a little bit now. Let's try this again. I don't like the fact that when even though I press block, the guy on the left hit around my block.
He's down. Finish it. Find us a position.
Around
You want it.
Die!
It's nearly over.
Finish it.
Oh, sweet, we got him. So the fights aren't too hard, it's just the combat is not very inviting. What the hell is this? Ah, great. Come on, Senua, let's get out of here. Thank you. Thank you.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Super helpful.
What's happening? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. The fire. Cert is through there. He's waiting.
Alright, let's have a look down here first.
How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth and scent. Find your own.
The Northmen say that the defender of
So look at this
Muspel
bit,
is
we'll
called
have a listen to
Cert,
this, I guess.
the foremost of the fire.
I do like
giants.
these, they're really
His
interesting
name
to me. I
means
think
the Black One,
like the
because he is like something.
just a
black.
little bit of lore and story
The
that they
Northmen
build up
believe
for
that he
you.
sits
And
at
just
the
kind
border
of
of Muspel with his flaming sword.
they've also
And at the
got
end
like
of the world,
letters,
he will
look,
leave his post.
and the ones
He will
I'm
travel
finding
to
appear to be
Asgard
lighting up
and
white.
Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be. The Northmen say that the defender of
Oh,
Muspel
for fuck's sake!
is called Cert, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One.
So there are a
he's
set
like
number, and these must be the collectibles, which is
The
really
Northmen
interesting.
believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword. And at the end of the world, he will leave his post.
missed one.
He will
I'm not
travel
sure.
to
I'll have to
Asgard
find
and
out later,
Midgard,
really.
waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious. And
I have to look
burn
into how
the
many
whole
deaths
world
you're
with
actually
fire.
allowed before this takes over. Because I can't imagine it's all too many. Be like 15 or 20 deaths, and then it consumes your arm. And then they said if it gets to your head,
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire sacrifice.
another fire sacrifice. I wish we could run a bit faster than this though. That's my only complaint to the game so far. Like real complaint. Secondary complaint, or like a minor complaint, is the combat doesn't feel too great.
She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how
It doesn't feel particularly bad, but it feels like it could be better. But the game doesn't have a very like high focus on combat,
The Northmen
which
made
is why it's
fire
only like a minor
sacrifices,
complaint.
burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Cert. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just
Here we go.
screamed like helpless pigs.
Alright then, what do we see this time? Obviously more burning, more fire. Wrong way then. Let's drop down here. Ooh, geez. I have no idea if I can only stay in the fire for a certain amount of time before like I choke to death or what. I don't really want to find out, to be honest. But we found the way forward.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free.
Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
That guy died. That guy's dead. Didn't find his own path. He got taken out of the game. Right, we'll do a little bit more. We've hit 45 minutes, so I'll probably take it up to an hour. I normally only do half an hour for the 1x gameplay videos, but just based on how this game is, and it is a bit more of a slow-paced game, I feel, so I don't think it would do it justice if I only done a half an hour video for it. So what we're going on here. Sacrifice must be around here somewhere. Or not? Not. Huh. Ah. All that for... Oh.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok.
Well, at least now we know I didn't have to stand there staring at those
Asgard will
things
be
the entire
attacked by
time.
Surt and the fire giants.
A bit annoying the fact that I did now, though.
Swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it. But Odin ever
Only a certain
seeks
distance I can
knowledge
move away,
and
though.
magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
What we got here? Ah, right, okay, so we got to find the letters in the world.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like what?
You, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Ah, so the R is around here somewhere. So I drop down. Ah, wait a minute. If I go to the left. Alright, I probably got to drop down here.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the
Stop
gods.
looking at that.
Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it. But Odin ever seeks knowledge
no
and
idea.
magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
So the R is up here somewhere. It's an angle from up this point, surely. Ah! Crafty bastard. Haha! We got that one as well. Look at that. Bargain. So we can go through this door now. Maybe another fight. Oh no. Oh no! Never learns. Oh, look at that, now the fire is directing us. Run, Senua! Maybe faster than that. You know, we're not really in a hurry, you know, there's fire and all. With the threat of burning to death. But don't let that slow you down. But don't let that, you know, cause you to think, you know, we might pick up the pace or anything. I don't like fighting two at once. It feels unfair.
Don't give up.
They surrounded me. Oh, there we go. We got him. We got him. Go, go, go. Quickly, Senua, let's get out of here.
You say your world.
Oh, thank the goodnesses.
Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears.
Raise your world to the cry!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
That guy is crazy. I suppose, again though, I suppose he is dead. So he doesn't really need to be sane. How does this game's save system work? Do I just press save or? Oh, I can change the visual style whenever I want. Can you notice any difference? Alright, we'll get to one more checkpoint. And then once we get the checkpoint, we're going to end it there for now. Alright, then let's try and find these
How did you
runes.
escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feel the fire of sin.
Alright, alright.
And so, during one raid,
Oh, we got symbols appeared then, do you see that?
ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Free, yes, but you are unquestionably dead. Can I do this while I'm on here? Ah, come on, where the hell are these runes? There's a P around here somewhere. Who would have known? P. If we go down here, there is nothing. So we do have to climb up. Sorry for wasting your time. Even more so since there's no way to bloody quick move. Like quick climb. You may have guessed, and yes, I'm just trying to just get lucky and eventually find it. I'm not actually looking in the environment to find this shape. Simple reason being, I can't see the goddamn symbols in the world, even when I tried looking at the start. So it's definitely by here somewhere. But it could be over there. And when I come here... This isn't fucking helping at all. I get down. It's just a way to flipping quick do anything in this game. Oh, what's in here? Ah, there's the P. I'm not gonna run back. So I got 2 more symbols to find. Ah, here we go. There's a... And what's the shape like? Kind of ish like an X. Ah, there it is. But I'm not allowed to find it from this side. I gotta find it from over here. There it is. Right. Where the hell is this last shape? Hello. Yeah. I'm only doing it to 1 more checkpoint. You said till 8:30. Right, that was a quarter of an hour ago. Alright. That won't be long. Where is this symbol? We've got to find that shape in the world somewhere. Or like that one. All these floating around in the world. There are, like, say, just wooden beams that will make that shape somewhere. Yeah, well, I gotta go up now. Go up here. This is when it shows up in the middle of the screen, it means you're close to where it is. Doesn't mean you're looking at it. It just means you should be able to see it from where you are. And if I run up here, it appears in the center of my screen. Like so. Just can't see the damn shape. I'm still where I need to be, like, I think it has something to do with this by here, and then you line this up with something and you'll find it. Oh, see, because it doesn't go back down. You haven't got to be perfect. If you slightly get it, the game. That's half of it, that beam by there, but then there's no beam going down. Better have been looking at it multiple times, I just can't see it. No, it's because sometimes it's just on the floor, like it's just a pattern on the floor and you see it. I just cannot. Because if you get on it without seeing it and the game registers it, you automatically get it anyway. Something back there perhaps? Something like back in the... I'm too early in the game though for it to be something... Wait a minute. Stupid game. Honestly. I was right though, I knew it had something to do with that wooden plank. Yeah, there's a little save symbol on the bottom right. If you notice it, let me know. Yeah, no, it can, you can see it, but that twitch bar at the bottom is really unhelpful. It used to be in the dead center, but they moved it to the right. I wish they just made it so you could make it transparent. That's what you need. What's like literally the only thing you needed.
The fire, Senua. To follow the path to Surt.
I don't want to find the fire. I want to find the save point. Right, where's the fire? Alright, I gotta go through this door. My bad. And then when we get through this door, we should get a checkpoint. Oh look, I found the fire. This is Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. There we go. Got a checkpoint by there, so we're going to end this here. I hope you've enjoyed. Please leave a like if you have, and let me know in the comments if you'd like this to become a playthrough. Take care and have a great day.